It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast for the first day of August 2023. Wow, we got 7 months into the year already. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has been. All right, we have a very short news show today, folks. There's not a whole lot going on in the world of news. The lead story this morning is MSC expands with Formula One. Crystal to triple the size of their fleet. Had an overboard situation from Spectrum of the Seas. And of course, a weather update. That and lots more live here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, folks, is National Homemade Pie Day. Doesn't matter what kind, just have some homemade pie. I would be particularly interested if it was chocolate or banana cream or lemon meringue. Those are kind of my three favorites. I'm not that much on berry pies, blueberry, blackberry, raspberry. I'm not that much on fruit pies as a whole. Yeah, I'll eat them. But that's just me. Anyway, I go in the kitchen and whip up a pie for the day. That'd be a good thing to do. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcast from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. We do this every day, 5 days a week, where we talk about what's going on in the travel and cruise industry space. I might comment on things. I might give my opinions on things. Just never can tell. If you are listening via the podcast and want to jump over to the video feed, there's always a link in the description so you can do just that. All right, we got to start off today with a look at the weather, and unfortunately, we got both sides of things to look at. First, in the Atlantic, AL 96 is showers and thunderstorms, still fairly disorganized in association with a low pressure area located about 700 miles northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. Environmental conditions still could support tropical cyclone formation during the next few days, while the system moves northeastward and then northward at 10 to 15 miles an hour over the central subtropic Atlantic. The chance of further formation in the next 48 hours is 40%, and through the next 7 days is 50%. And then AL 97, shower and thunderstorm activities continues in association with a gale force non-tropical low pressure system located over the western Atlantic, several hundred miles south-southwest of Cape Race, Newfoundland. The low is forecast to move quickly toward the east-northeast at 30 to 35 miles an hour over colder waters today, and tropical development is not expected. Additional information on the low, including gale warnings, can be found via the Hurricane Channel. They're only calling for 10% chance of further formation in the next 48 hours and another 10% over 7 days. That's on the Atlantic side of things. In the Pacific, we actually have a named storm. The depression strengthens into a tropical storm, Dora. The center of Tropical Storm Dora is about 275 miles southwest of Manzanilla, Mexico. Dora is moving toward the west-northwest around 16 miles an hour. Gradual turn toward the west and west-southwest is expected over the next few days. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 with higher gusts. Steady to possibly rapid strengthening is forecast during the next day or two, and Dora is expected to become a hurricane by tomorrow. Tropical storm force winds extend about 45 miles from the center, so it's not a huge storm. Estimated central pressure is 1,006 and falling. So there's a chance that this could become a hurricane, but it's not likely to affect land at all. It should be pretty much moving straight west. So we'll watch it, but I don't think it's going to have any damage from this one. And the other one out on the Pacific side, there's actually two. One's not on the map yet. Shower and thunderstorm activities is diminished in association with a small area of low pressure located about 1,250 miles southwest of the southern tip of Baja California Peninsula. Significant development of the system is unlikely due to nearby dry air, while the low moves westward at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Formation 10% over the next 48 hours, another 10% over the next 7 days. And there's an area of low pressure that could form this week, a few hundred miles south of the coast of southwestern Mexico. And some gradual development of the system is possible by the weekend while it moves west-northwest or northwestward, roughly parallel to the southwestern coast of Mexico. For the next 48 hours, they're talking about 0%, but they are talking about 30% over the next 72. If you haven't done so yet, folks, please smash that like button. That'll help the channel out a lot. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. The bell notification will let you know when I go live or when a new video is posted. All right, guys, we haven't talked about these folks for a couple days now. There's a brand new sale out today from Scoot Around and Will Power Chairs. Hot summer deals, 9% off fleet-wide. Just use the code REC2023. It's valid until the 14th of August. Save big doing our extended summer sale. There's still plenty of summer left. Why not make the most of it with a new mobility device? Get out and enjoy the weather with the help of a mobility scooter or electric chair. Use the code REC2023 to get 9% off any mobility devices. You can shop online or you can call 1-888-664-7467. Use the code Chillie, CHILLIE, with either wheel or scoot around. All right, it's time to take a look at some. Oh, I didn't take the map off. Sorry about that. The top story of the day has to deal with MSC and their dealings with Formula One. In May 2023, MSC announced their continued role as Formula One's official cruise partner until 2026 and secured title sponsorship for the Belgium Grand Prix. This partnership was officially launched and celebrated during the Belgian Grand Prix in July of 2023. From July 28th to 30th of this year, MSC Cruises Formula One Belgium Grand Prix, an important race steeped in long history, took place at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit located at Stavelot in eastern Belgium. And MSC Cruises trophy was handed out during the electrifying event at the final podium ceremony. As the title sponsor of this July race, MSC Cruises benefited from heightened track brand awareness, with the company's logo displayed not just at the start-finish line, but also at several points, pivotal locations along the challenging, fast-paced circuit. In March of 2022, the Swiss-headquartered MSC Cruises revealed that it would assume the role of Formula One's worldwide partner in a long-term agreement. This cooperation announcement was proudly made at the 2022 Bahrain Grand Prix. In 2023 and 2024, and likely beyond, MSC Cruises will station their ships at or close to select Grand Prix weekends, providing exclusive racetrack access for the cruise ships. The first of these Formula One weekends will be held in Abu Dhabi in United Arab Emirates in November of this year. This race also happens to be the last official 2023 race. During the 58-lap 2023 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, MSC Virtuosa will function as a deluxe accommodation for race enthusiasts. The vessel will be docked at the Abu Dhabi Cruise Terminal, which is only a brief drive from the circuit. Guests will be able to indulge in the ultimate Formula One race weekend package while staying in Abu Dhabi. An array of luxurious onboard lodging choices will be on offer, all complete with half-board track transfers and free Wi-Fi. Motorsports enthusiasts will benefit from an exceptional blend of convenient transportation options, including VIP packages for an unforgettable race weekend, top-notch accommodation, and other nifty perks that seamlessly blend lodging, tickets, and cool inside the event privileges. I've never done a Formula One race. I'd like to do that. When I was back in my funnel cake days, I did lots of NASCAR races. I did lots of IndyCar races. But I've never been to a Formula One race. Watched a lot of them on TV. But I would like to do that one time. I wouldn't mind staying on a cruise ship while I'm doing it. That would be awesome. So that's MSC and Formula One. It's a great program for MSC. All right, we've talked off and on over the last couple of years about Crystal Cruises and the whole issue with bankruptcy of the thieves that I call them that reorganized and went back in business. Luxury cruise line Crystal Cruises is planning astonishing growth over the next few years, with plans to order 4 additional ships to expand their fleet. The announcement comes just under a year after the cruise line was purchased by A&K Travel Group after Genting Hong Kong, the line's previous owner, declared bankruptcy. Crystal Cruises, which currently operates just 2 luxury cruise ships, Crystal Symphony and Crystal Serenity, has announced that they are working toward building 4 new ships over the next 6 years, dramatically expanding fleet operations and offering tremendous growth to the brand. The announcement was made during a briefing to media and travel agents aboard Crystal Serenity ahead of the ship's official debut on Monday, that was yesterday, It should be noted that no ships have begun construction at this time, but the cruise line is working with lenders, export credit agents, and officials to clear up and sign the memorandum of agreement with 2 European subsidiaries for the work of a new vessel. A memorandum of agreement would mean that both parties, the cruise line and the shipbuilder, legally agree to the project. The shipbuilders for the new vessels are not yet identified. However, Crystal's older ship, Crystal Symphony, was built in 1995 by what is now a division of Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, while Crystal Serenity was built in 2005 at the Chantier de Atlantique shipyard in Saint-Nazaire, France. The only details yet announced about the proposed upcoming ship are that there will be 2 classic ships and 2 expedition vessels. All right, be back with another story after a quick word from one of the network sponsors. All right, this is Spectrum of the Seas. A cruise passenger on Royal Caribbean Spectrum of the Seas went overboard yesterday while the ship was on the way to Singapore. Singapore's Maritime Rescue Coordination Center was notified that a passenger had fallen overboard in the Singapore Strait about 7:50 a.m. local time, according to the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore. The cruise ship crew coordinated with local authorities for a search and rescue operation. Spectrum of the Seas initially berthed in Singapore to support the investigation, but the ship departed around 4:30 as scheduled, officials said. A navigational safety broadcast was issued by vessels in the Singapore Strait and in port to keep a lookout for the missing person. All right. Of course, the passenger hasn't been identified. Royal Caribbean's care team is offering assistance to the passenger's family. Another sad situation of another person going overboard on a cruise ship. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the news portion today. Like I said, it was a very short news day today. I do have a meeting at 12 with the Viva Voyages folks to get the solo cruise deals for this week that I'll have on the Solo Cruise Deal show tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There will be links around for that tomorrow. And, of course, links on the community tab. But anyway, I will be talking with them at 12 and see where we stand. I don't think Pete's going to be with me today or tomorrow, as he is in Finland, I believe it is today. I don't know, can't keep up with him. All right, let's go over to the chat room. Nikki's here. Hi, Nikki. Steve's with us. Morning, Steve. Good morning, Gretchen. Coconut cream, I can deal with that. Pecan, I'm okay with pecan too, but only on special occasions. Hello, everybody. It's okay, Gretchen. Mike's here. Hi, Mike. Sonny's with us down in Mississippi. Carol's here. Hi, Carol. Can't post comments to some destinations. Sorry about that. Nikki says, pie. Time for a peach pie. Making hand pies today. Very nice. Hot Air Tom is with us. There's Elizabeth down in Cozumel. Buenos dias, Chillie and the gang from a lovely day in sunny Cozumel. Does it ever rain down there anymore, Elizabeth? I mean, every time I talk to you, it's sunny and hot. Of course, it's been really sunny and hot a lot this year. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Again, I'm sorry about a short news day. I do have a few things to do during the day today, but I hope to get out to the pool before the afternoon is over with. Had a little incident with my oxygen concentrator this morning. It actually started during the night last night. It started beeping at me. So, I mean, I did all the things that I knew to do. I took the filter out and washed it out. I turned it off to let the little computer thing in there reboot, and turned it back on. And nothing seemed to work. The yellow light was on, the green light would not come on. So, I don't know, about 6 o'clock this morning, I called and left a message explaining what was going on. And he came just about a half hour before the show started and replaced it. Brought a new one in. It's a lot quieter than the old one was. So I said, yeah, this needs a complete, whatever they call it, reworking, updating, whatever they do to oxygen concentrators. But I like this one. The other one was gray. This is kind of blue, but it's a lot quieter. So anyway, I use that a lot when I'm sitting around here and trying to walk back and forth in the house. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'll see everybody back here same time, same place tomorrow. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully we'll all get together soon on the high seas. Have a fabulous day, everybody.